debate on general principles of Bill for an Act to repeal the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center Act, Chapter C12, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the National Center for Citizenship and Leadership Training and for related matters. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 6th March 2018. I now invite Honorable Segun Adekola to move that the bill be now read a second time.
Ekiti South Federal Constituency 1 of Ekiti State. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to move that the bill for an act to repeal the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center Act Cap C12, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the National Center for Citizenship and Leadership Training and for related matters be read the second time.
Before Honorable Adekola leads the debate, we'll wait until we get to the consideration of reports before we take the executive session. So, Honorable Adekola, please, as quickly as you can, lead the debate.
Honorable Segun Adekola, member representing South Federal Constituency 1 of Ekiti State. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable colleagues, I write to craft your kind indulgence for support for a bill for an act to repeal the Citizenship and Leadership Training Act, Cap C12, LFN 2004, and enact the National Center for Citizenship, Leadership and Training Bill 2017, with a major aim to reinvigorate and position and sport. It is principally a human development outfit established for the training and of Nigeria to become responsible and respectable citizens. A popular saying that is found in almost every culture in Nigeria says, a house that you build at the expense of training a child will be sold for a peanut by that child. The fundamental aim of setting up the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center in 1957 was to preserve the core values and traditions of patriotism, nationalism, and selfless service with which our heroes past had conducted their official and personal life, with a principal mandate of molding the character of Nigerian citizens. Mr. Speaker, sir, this value had been eroded. Thus, the need to support this bill to bring our value system back on track. You will all know that value system and core value of Nigeria have been greatly eroded over time. And that is why we are experiencing what we are witnessing today in Nigeria. Monumental fraud, indiscipline, insurgency, prostitution. Our core values have been, there is a moral degradation in the land. For any country to develop, Mr. Speaker, sir, and my esteemed colleagues, our core value must be revisited. For this nation to develop, our core value must be revisited. There must be discipline in the nation. It is only when a nation, the citizens of a nation is disciplined, that we can be organized as a citizen of a nation. And it's only when citizens are organized that they can manage the resources. Over time, we experienced oil boom in Nigeria. We are not able to manage it. And now, to the extent we are experiencing oil boom, that's when the nation went into recession. Mr. Speaker, sir, our value system has been eroded over the years. The long cherished and time-honored, time-tested virtue of honesty, integrity, punctuality, good neighborliness, abhorrence of corruption and patriotism have given way to, in the main, to dishonesty, indolence, unbridled corruption, and widespread impunity. Universally, affirming and upholding identifiable core national value by both leaders and citizens is necessary for national cohesion and development. Indeed, giving its importance to national unity, national integration, and development, upholding core national value is a task that must be done. If you go into our constitution, 1993 as amended, section 23 and 24, especially express our ethics, which I'm sure Not many of us even remember today, as of today. Section 23, as amended, Mr. Speaker, sir. The national ethics shall be discipline, integrity, dignity of labor, social justice, religious tolerance, self-reliance, and patriotism. Section 24, it shall be the duty of every citizen to abide by the Constitution, respect its ideals and its institution, the national flag, the national anthem, the national pledge, the legitimate authorities. Help Section 23, subsection B, help to enhance the power, prestige, and good name of Nigeria, defend Nigeria, and render such national service as may be required. C, respect the dignity of other citizens and the right and legitimate interests of others, and live in unity and harmony and in the spirit of common brotherhood. D, make positive and useful contributions to the advancement, progress, and well-being of the community where he resides. E, render assistance to appropriate and lawful agencies in the maintenance of law and order. Finally, F, declare his income honestly to appropriate and lawful agencies and pay his tax promptly. All these core values and ethics have been eroded over time, Mr. Speaker. And that is why we need to support this bill with the speed of light, my honorable colleagues. Nation that dreams of greatness needs to invest in strategic incorporation of national value. So we need to invest heavily in the incorporation and upholding of core national values in Nigeria. That's exactly what this bill seeks to do, Mr. Speaker. As a starting point, the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center, CLTC, which have the mandate to play necessary role of promoting national core values, need to be strengthened and empowered to be active and effective in the discharge of these important responsibilities. We need to refocus the work of the Citizen and Leadership Training Center to not just the easier aspect of public enlightenment and sensitization, but to especially the more difficult task of careful identification, grooming, nurturing, and empowerment of change agents, what I prefer to call drivers of change at the lower level, especially from our TMA youth population. Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, what this bill seeks to do is to repeal the existing act by a proposed change of name to reflect national identity, enlarge the scope and objectives of the agency by spelling out its functions to reflect current trend of the 21st century, alteration of Section 13 to replace the old Pension Act of 1979 with the Contributory Pension Act of 2004 and addition of Man-O-War Nigeria. We all remember in those days when we were growing in secondary school, we know of Girls Guide, Boy Scout, Man-O-War, all those things help Nigeria to train our youth in the right way. Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, the bill seeks to resuscitate the non-governmental civil society organizations which have historically universally played an important role in citizenship and leadership training and in dissemination of inculcation and propagation of national value, such as Man-O-War and others whose activities in our schools seem to have diminished. Many of us learned quite a lot growing up through participation in the activities of this organization in schools. Significantly, the positioning citizenship and leadership training in Nigeria will require a determined effort to expand the scope of the activities of the Citizenship and Leadership Training Center, CLTC. Thus the need for this bill. Mr. Speaker, sir, and honorable colleagues, I would like to craft your kind support of this House for the support of this bill. Your support will go a long way in reinvigorating our core value system, which had been eroded for long. I so move, Mr. Speaker. I crave the indulgence of my honorable colleagues to support this bill with the speed of light. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And the question is that the bill be now read a second time. Those in favor of the motion say aye. Those against it say nay. The ayes have it. Clerks invite.
Leadership Training Center Act, CAPC 12 Laws for the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and enact the National Center for Citizenship and Leadership Training, and for related matters. Second reading.